Ladies and gents, welcome to our second winner semifinals here as part of our $200 Extra Life Hershey charity tournament. In the blue color, we've got EOD Spartan Seb. And his teammate here, Frikachu, also known as Shreko, is teal. Together, they are the liberal Australians and they're playing as those two, Isabel and Colony. Good picks. On the other side of the map, we've got Jeff Kills, who's playing in the Metaplays tournament for the very first time, mind you. Really good player. Might be a bit of a rust bucket at the moment, as he hasn't played for a very long time, though. And we've got Hero Absolution. You know him. Together, they are Hero Kills, and they're playing as Shippy and Atriox. A $200 prize pool is actually provided by Retro Mobile Arcade. You can hire their services anytime you like. They'll bring a trailer full of retro gaming shenanigans to your spot in the US. Feel free to check them out. But the purpose of the tournament today is charitable fundraising for Penn State Health Hospital and a children's hospital, that is. So you're basically helping sick kids get life-saving equipment, treatment they need, patient programs, etc., etc. Full details are on the donation page and on their respective websites. We already smashed our $500 goal. We are currently over 600 something. And we are just 3 series into the tournament, so we're just getting started here. Awesome stuff. Anyways, we've got a second generator build from EOD Spartan Sep. He does like to play defensive, but he's gonna get a little bit bullied here on that generator. Not ideal for the early game. Maybe Frikachu will help him out a little bit. Second generator is already up there as well. And he's probably gonna look to get out a Hunter Captain here from the War Council in the back. The mini bases are perfectly split between the two teams. There's no shocker there. Chopper has been pushed away. It's at half health. But it's no biggie. That generator is now hurt. And maybe the Atriox is chosen coming over could cause some trouble. We'll see what EOD does. Obviously being Isabel, he wants late game. He wants to level up his hero. And then eventually swap into vehicle play. Off of just a little bit of infantry early on. Jeff Kills with the expansion early on. I mean, he's Atriox, he can afford it. He's not going plasma mines and jump routes with countermeasure mines, then I guess this is the way forward. He can maybe even steal the forward pace that should belong really to EOD. Although that would be very ballsy indeed. We've got Spartan Alice out. And we've got the Hunter Capitano. Absolute tank, that guy. Can life leech as well with his beam attacks. EOD is trying to get to base, but it's going to be a little difficult to do with the chosen around, especially if it took the garrison, but that didn't happen, and the Spartan actually can protect this now. So that's all good for EOD, and Shreko is playing pretty good. It's got a nice little set of grunts to take power nodes with, and then can just move on with the rest really to help out, because this is a 2v1 situation. Of course, EOD fighting only against grunts, that's not too disastrous, but heroes ones are cloaked, he can't see them, doesn't have a sniper, or it doesn't seem like he does. Yeah, I don't think he has any barracks, so he can't make one. Marines can't see, and we got plasma mines actually from Jeff, so he might not have gone double fortifications. Spartan's getting very weak. If that chosen starts opening up on her, she's going down. But we've got some mines coming in from EOD, but it's gonna get beamed So that's really not happening. And on top of that, we've got Aatrox's Bulwark. So all these grunts are gonna get healed. The Spartan gets lasered to death. But we've got the Hunter Capitano joining in. So that's gonna hold the ground for now. EOD may have lost the Spartan, but it's cool. Because he can still go tier 2. He can still save the base together with the crew. And meanwhile, of course, on the far side, Pikachu can just build up. He's also getting ready with the raid camp there. Although doesn't seem to have enough for tier 2 anytime soon. Never recycled that back building either. Chosen does survive up on the high ground. He's not gonna get into any trouble. Got away from this Hunter Capitano, which is a smart thing to do. I don't like rallying in, however, the Ranger. That's gonna get eaten. Free experience right there for the Capitano. If you can get him leveled up a lot, well, the problem is he heals himself, right, with the beam. Once the shields are off, he can just siphon health. If he has veterancy, he takes less damage and does more damage. The siphon becomes stronger, the incoming damage becomes less. He basically becomes unkillable at 3 stars. So you really want to be defensive. And EOD's Isabel pick, where you do want to be also defensive there until your leader powers start really coming in. That's a pretty good combo, I'd say. However, EOD's base will likely not be possible to hold unless we get a heal or something. It needs to be now. Oh man, it's destroyed. The Spartan also missed a slam. And these mines aren't going to be hurting anyone. In fact, the Spartan seems to be getting taken down by the Chosen, who's now a tier 2 Chosen, by the way. He's got the Scorch rounds. And EOD just gives up. He's been overwhelmed. Never see EOD giving up so soon, but it looked bad. It looked bad, fair enough. Alright, ladies and gents, we've got in the blue color EOD Spartan Sepp this time. He's bringing a Yapper, it seems, and his buddy Pikachu in the teal. Together, they're the liberal Australians. It's a Yapper and Warriors combo here. On the other side of the map, we've got in the red, this is Jeff Kills and his partner Hero Absolution. They're hero kills together. And they're playing as Decimus and Johnson. Could be a pretty good pick for this. Johnson obviously benefiting from the garrisons, but also popping extra bunkers in the middle is quite a move. Make sure that you can control this area for sure. Or can they? I mean, it can be used offensively too, you know. EOD, however, grabs it early. And he's looking to set up that double raid camp with the Grunt Riders. Grunts riding a brute. Cannon fodder are also free, so you can make as many as you like. Pikachu has a side mini, but double banish is a little strange, I would say. Usually you get banished and UNSC so that you can benefit from the strengths of both. Things like having snipers in tier 1, the banishers don't have that. But the banished scout vehicles are better in tier 1, so they can do that. Heroes are about the same, that's not a big difference maker. USC doesn't have healing, but the banished can make engineers if they want. That kind of stuff goes a long way. Jeff Kills getting out his Warlord hero. Big bonk boy with a large hammer. Able to cause a lot of trouble, of course. The drop. Grenadier's causing some trouble, but the pre-split from Hero is beautiful. He's not gonna be hurt here. Snipers will be taking this thing down without even suffering a second detonation there, so pretty good news for the sniper. And then into the bunker we go. Warlord's on location as well, ready to try and break this spot up. He's upgraded. Let's see if EOD and Pikachu can hold. It's gonna be difficult. Just like cooking is for my neighbor, it smells so bad. Oh my god. You know the extractor fan? It's the smells from cooking when the neighbors cook, it comes over. And it smells terrible. Like, I don't know, a reused socks from a sporting event. Jesus. Who can eat that? Ugh. I think they're making lamb. I really dislike lamb. It's like one of the few things I refuse to eat. Anyways, you know, this Mini is looking to be overwhelmed, but he's got plenty of stuff himself, so I'm not so certain about that statement. The Fort Dragon gets bonked. And maybe these guys can smack the Warlord into the mines, but that didn't quite work out as they would have liked. He escapes into the bunker as well. The snipers are still doing their work, and a huge vortex just grabs the entire army there. Stuns them in place for the snipers to shoot down, doing a really good job of that, and they get nerfed also. Look at all those extra snipers, and of course don't forget the Warlord is recharging his shields inside of this. Freecatcher is floating a large amount of resources right now, and EOD starting his ninja expansion. Can he actually get that up? I think there's just going to be another bunker, guys. Ooh. Ooh, huge slam. Oh, you know what the smell actually is like? It's when... have you guys ever been near a beer brewery? It smells like a brewery. That's what it smells like. I still maintain that I think it's lamb. It's bad. It's so bad. It's definitely when someone cooks. It's always in the evening. Ugh. Looking forward to moving out. Am I British? No, I live here. I'm Hungarian, but I mean, I'm pretty well integrated now here for 10 plus years. Well, that was a very nice base denial, and some of these snipers are already starred up. That's pretty huge. Dude, where's Shreko stuff? That's Freecatcher. He doesn't have much stuff, he has 30 population. Interesting. So you guys think it's like steam in the ducts creating mold? And then when others use the thing, it smells bad. Okay. I could see it. Maybe I'll leave a complaint to the management company. I don't know. I don't think they'll care. Huge slam once more. Snipers keep getting to do their work. But this time around, the bunker is toast and the sniper should get picked up there. All three of them are at risk. Is anybody gonna snipe them or what? How are they still going? The vortex might save them too. Okay, one goes down. Still 3 more left. And there's a new bunker. Okay, 2 more left. They can get in. Good enough. Good enough for Hero Absolution. He's getting such insane value. EOD has the base up, but I think... Wait, who just resigned? Who just resigned? These guys resigned because EOD has the base up. And he defended. I'm a little confused. I think they could have kept going a little longer, but... this series is full of weird resigns, apparently. Right, ladies and gents, we got our game number 3, the decider. One of these teams will go to the winners finals, the other one has to work for the losers bracket. It's a treacherous environment down there. Anyway, EOD Spartan 7 in the blue color and Freakachu his buddy in the teal. They're playing as Cutter and Decimus. On the other side of the map, we've got Jeff Kills in the red. In the yellow, this is Hero Absolution. They're playing as Vordus and Yap Yap. Just like the other gamers in the other match. Seems to make for a pretty good team, honestly. Was Cannon Father just creating a mess? And we're just getting to go after buildings, making another mess with Goo. Chopper doing the Lord's work here, picking off Marines. Of course, Halo Wars 2 does offer you a whole lot of micro options. The projectiles aren't tracking, right? You can dodge them left and right. It requires a lot of careful micromanagement, but you can technically make it so that the Marine just doesn't get hit by the chopper shots and vice versa. If you wiggle enough, but the counter is you close in with the chopper. After a ram especially, you can just keep close range and then your shots can't be dodged. There's not enough time. Second power extractor coming up for Yap Yap because you're not spending on choppers very much early on. Just the one, and there's no extra guns coming or anything like that. You're just making the free cannon fodder. It's very easy to afford an extra extractor. And that will mean a whole lot of power down the line. Then you upgrade your pads, get a tier 2, get a new base. Yap Yap is really good at doing those things early. And Jeff Kills has an aggressive mini base here with a double raid camp trying to come up. Unfortunately, it's not going to have any support from Hero because he didn't get to steal a mini base. Ideally, try to scout for 2 spots with a Yap Yap instead of picking up all the resources around the map. Of course, you want the double extractor, right? So you get greedy. But I think if you put 2 of your cannon fodder on scouting positions, or even just up here, then maybe both of you can get a base, right? Okay, the raid camps are currently stunned. What? Why did we target there? I think you just keep this on the buildings. Make sure that the buildings are stunned. And then the raid camps would be... EOD says WTF, Shreko. He's confused as well. Like, you would want to keep those buildings stunned so they don't produce more units, right? And then you would do more damage to them. The surrounding EOD and Shreko units would be able to pick it off. And all that. That would be great. Or is that what happened? Maybe EOD got a large donation from Shreko. Who knows? Shreko is a strange guy. Either way, Jeff Kills is about to lose the mini. And EOD has a hero here now. Hero Absolution just isn't really getting to help in a significant way right now. He's stuck in the Yap Yap early game where you have to make a bunch of choppers and you'd really like to get some barracks units out, but he doesn't have them. Now EOD is working on a Second generator here costs 500. It escalates. Every additional generator escalates by 300, right? So the more you get, the more expensive it gets, but also more power to you, literally. Spartan might be in a little bit of trouble there. That's too many choppers, and they are upgraded with shrapnel rounds, which also gives them a little bit more health, actually, that upgrade. So they'll... Oh! Okay, the Spartan is trying to steal one of them to get out of this situation. Will that work, though? I mean, the Rams have gone through... Ah, Spartan's dead. Ay, ay, ay. That's a lot of choppers, guys, and you can definitely control the map with that. Shreko is in a lot of trouble as he's losing mini bases soon. He's got grunts, a bunch of brutes. Those are not necessarily going to be enough against the choppers unless he has mines. He does. So I guess Hero better be careful about how he engages here. Beam actually doesn't do anything here because it's being 3 units. So... looks scary, didn't do much. We've got bases coming up from both teams. Jeff Kills is done. EODs is spotted. Hero is almost 4th point. So once he has his 4th leader power point, he can do a very scary drop in to tear that base down with. I expect that any moment. He's tier 2 himself. Getting out ground goblins and whatnot. No extra base for him just yet. I think he really does want to do the drop, right? There it is. Spartan gonna steal the fort wagon. Pretty good choice. Oh wait, the mines! That was almost out of range, but just wasn't. Just. Some rams coming through, but the fort wagon is too good. It also nerfs incoming attacks, so it's very difficult to actually take things down that it's protecting. Very good nerfer. UD is still gonna be on the struggle bus here. Is Shreko coming over to help or what? Because he's getting doubled. He's gonna lose the base, isn't he? Nice little heal there from the goblin. And there's gonna be an engineer joining the fight. So yeah, these guys are definitely getting healed up to full. And EOD has nothing to hold with. He doesn't have a Spartan. Didn't remake it for some reason. Wait, did he? EOD? Oh yeah, he has it in the fort wagon still, excuse me. How was that in range of the mine? Are you kidding me? It was so far off. To be fair, the Yap Yap mines are the ones with the longest range by far. Spartan getting a stun in, but not much more than that. I'm afraid this warders will just bonk the Spartan into oblivion. Plus the Marauder slowing it. Yeah, it's never gonna escape. EOD's base is dead. Shreko has good to no units. It's mostly grunts still. How is it still grunts? I guess he's been reset by these guys many times now. Trying to get out the hammer pull upgrade, but doesn't have the actual hero. And then you have to face all this. I don't think this is gonna work, guys. Team Liberal Australians are in serious trouble here. Trying to get the Jerome back out, but you would need a hell of a combo. I mean, we haven't really seen much from the cutter drop just yet. Maybe EOD is trying to save up for that, given the high resources. We've got dispersion also Hellbringers, so at least they're gonna go out in style. It's very pretty. One of the fires has the ODST drop, but it's once again not paired with a stun or anything like that. The beam is helping to do some serious damage. However, look at all that healing. Look at the Grunt Dome. Ready to soak the damage. EOD's double mini base will be destroyed here as well. Without much trouble, I should add. Spartan gets a stun, but this is just an overwhelming Marauder army, guys. Does so much damage to that Spartan. The slows, the slams, the hero. This is just overwhelming forces right here. The Vortex is gonna cause some trouble. Stunning everybody, hurting them a little bit, but the Goblins will fix that right up, and then EOD has a naked base against the massive army of the Team Red. Where's Shreko? Oh, it's too little. It's too small. He doesn't have a Decimus drop to save the day with. And EOD doesn't have his big drop either, I think. He's just short on the power XP and he loses his main base. Everything's destroyed, but maybe he still is gonna drop them in for style points, right? Nah, he's not gonna have the power. I don't think he's gonna have it. He's gonna time out. And then it's just Shreko left. Well, that didn't work. Meanwhile, Jen is dropping in from Extra Life Hershey to say thank you to everyone who has donated thus far. Yes, indeed. We've reached, what, $640 already? It's pretty good. Asking about what kind of countries are represented. The players are from the US, from Australia, from the UK mostly. Sometimes we have Canadians. There's a handful of French players. There's some Mexican players. Today as well, Mexico is actually very heavily represented. Among the top players is Brazilian. Decimus drop, trying to save the day, but can't. He gets wrecked. That was never gonna work. Oh man, the methane drop. The big fart from the sky. Just finishing these guys off there. Okay, Hero Kills is gonna be moving on into the winners finals. Do look forward to that. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.